Hello everybody, thank you for joining me again for another video tutorial. I'm Lee from thecraftyspark.co.uk and today's video is going to be a card on falling flowers and the matching dies, and I'm also going to be using the Birthday Bright stamp set. Now this is actually one that goes with one of our kits, but I'm going to be using it on a card because I think these sentiments on here, well, birthday sentiments, so they go on a birthday card, which is good enough for me. Right, now I've done a bit of preparation already, so I will show you what I've got. First of all, the card base I'm going to be using is 7 inches by 5 inches. Just standard, thick, whisper white cardstock with a bit of tut on it. Probably better if you don't have tut on your card. Oh dear, good start. Right, now what I've done, using the dies and the stamp set, I have cut and stamped, and embossed actually. I've got 4 Tempting Turquoise leaves. Now I've stamped that in the Versamark, then embossed it with white embossing powder. I've got 2 pink pirouette flowers, both large ones, and then I've stamped 2 small flowers on Floaty Flamingo, and I've stamped them with Floaty Flamingo ink as well. And then on Blushing Bride I've stamped Floaty Flamingo medium size flowers, oops, but again with the Floaty Flamingo ink. And finally I've got, I'll try and pick them all up now, 7 whoop, of the smaller flowers. Sorry, they're not flowers, are they? They're leaves. Maybe leaves. Of 7 leaves, which are stamped in Pear Pizzazz. So you can see where I've used the stamped image and then I've die cut them. You see? So that's how I've used both the stamps and the dies. Stamps, dies. Stamps, dies. That way around. Right. Let me move those over there for a minute. Now then, the first thing I'm going to do before I do anything else is actually stamp my sentiment. Now the reason I'm doing that is because if I stick all my die cuts on and then stamp and the stamp goes wrong, well, I've messed up the whole card. However, if you stamp first, then put your die cuts on, if your stamping goes wrong, you've not wasted all your die cuts. All right, just a little tip there. Now I just need to stand up, otherwise I won't be able to see where I'm doing this, because it's much easier to line up when you're looking over it and you're looking through the camera up there, but I'm not. I'm kind of looking at that angle. So just to make it a bit easier. Now I am only going to use birthday, nothing else, just birthday. All right, and I'm going to be using Memento ink. Now I'm really hoping this doesn't start glaring because the sun's just come out and my room faces right into the sun, my craft room, and facing right into the sun in the way it does, it tends to get a bit bright. Now I'm just going to stamp this once up here, only because, whoops, I think I might have just caught the camera, that went a bit wobbly, I do apologise. Yeah, only because I've just had Versamark on there and I wanted to make sure the ink was covering properly, but it seems to be covering very nicely, better than usual. In fact, Versamark is quite good for holding ink in place like that though. Right, now birthday is going right in the middle, so I want it, oh, was that my head you saw? I hope not. But it's gonna go just there. So I'm going to pop it down. I'm just going to hold it in place just for a few seconds, just to let that ink transfer off of my stamp onto my card, and then lift off. Did you hear it sticking? It's because it's still got some Versamark on it. But that's okay. First mark never hurt anything. In fact, first mark's actually really good when you've got photopolymer stamps, because if you put some on your photopolymer stamp and let it soak in for a while, when you stamp, can you see, it doesn't stain your stamps. Might get a little bit of a mark left on there, but on the whole, you get pretty clean stamps. So it's quite good for that. Right, so there's my nice big birthday for the middle. Now then, let's grab some, that was my chair, it wasn't anything else, just in case you heard that and think, oh my goodness, what's she doing? Oh, there it goes again. It's definitely my chair. It's not my nether regions. Oh God, I'm so glad my boys aren't in here at the moment. They'd be killing themselves with laughter. Mum's chair's making noises again. Ho ho ho. Oh dear, do have a giggle. Right, okay, let's put these on then. Now, first thing I want to do is, actually, I'm just going to get my Tempting Turquoise ink pad and just very lightly just put a little bit of depth on these leaves, only because these are quite big, these ones, and I don't want them to look too stark, if you like. So I'm just going to, I'm just doing it really, really lightly. It's just a very slight shadowing. It's not even pressure going on there really. It's just to give it just a little bit of depth, just on the edge there. Let's just go partly on the bigger leaves as well. You see the difference between that one and that one? There we go. That's better. Just look a little bit nicer, I think, don't they? Now then, the way I'm going to put these on, I'm going to lay them on in layers because I want some going under and over. So I'm going to start with the bigger blue ones, and this one, when I lay them on, you'll see that they're going over the card, because what I'm going to do is, once I've got them where I want them and I stick them on, anything that's like overlaying the card, overlapping it, I'm just going to snip off. But I just want to get some placement going first. So let's try, if we have those two going there, and then we can have that one sort of about the middle there, and then this one I think we'll just have some edge leaves more than anything else. Yeah. Now I've got my glue dots. To be honest, I don't know if I'm going to use them or not. No, do you know what? I'm going to use glue. I'm going to use my Tombow. Tombow is brilliant, but it's very sticky. That's my only reluctance sometimes using Tombow. So I just want to make sure I don't end up with it all over my hands, because I'm really, really good at doing that. And unlike some glues, Tombow's the kind of glue that once you get it on your hands, oh my goodness, you can't just rub it off. You know, like if you use like an acrylic kind of Copydex type of glue. Do you remember Copydex? Oh dear. Well, get that on your hands. It's not so much of a problem, is it? A Tombow on your hands and wow, you're fighting with it forever. Okay. But I suppose it's sticky, and glue is kind of meant to be sticky, isn't it? Whoops, see what I've done? I've already put that on the wrong leaves now. Oh well, never mind. Let's gonna get sticky. There, about there. Right, so I'm kind of one-sided and central. Yes, that's good. Right, now next one I'm going to put on is what should we do? I'm going to put these big ones on, but I'm only going to put glue sort of one half in the middle-ish so that I can work around them at the same time. Now if I put this one right in the middle, I'll put that on quite high in, I think, like that. So I can always go back and just tuck a bit of glue underneath there if I need to. But I think for the moment we're doing okay. We'll do the same on this one, so just in the middle, just that bit at the top there. Where should I go with this one? This one can go a bit lower down, I think. About there. A bit higher. Yeah, about there. So about halfway on that one. Super duper. Now then. Let's put one of these on next. I'm going to use one of these in this gap. That's going to go sort of under and over. Yeah, I like that. Bit of under overing going on there. So let's put that. Is that where I was going to put it? It's about there, isn't it? Yeah, because then that's it, because then that will go over the top. Now, as I'm using the glue, I'm not pushing down too hard, because if you push them down too hard where they overlap, that's where you end up getting dents and all sorts of things going on in your flowers. So you just want them to be able to lay on more than anything else, rather than squidge into shape. You know, you're not trying to mold it into anything. Put that one up there, I think. And then what should we do with this one? Oh, I know where I'm going to put this one. I'm going to put this one up here, and that one can go on top, I think, like that. And then the other one, is it like star fruit, isn't it? You know when you get star fruit and you cut it in half, it's that kind of effect. There we go. That one, I'll put that one there. Yeah, that one can go slightly over. And then we will have another pinky flower, nice darker pink one. And this one can go over as well. That's it. Right, now let's just set it all off with some of the greenery, because green will always lift colour. When you look at that and you think, oh my god, that's a lot of splodgy colour together. Yeah, it is, but you wait until you put the green in. The green sort of brings it all in together and finishes it all off. I'm going to put that there. I'm going to put another one. Oh, try not to get it on my fingers. Another one there. Actually, I'm going to put that one under that petal there. That's it. Like that. Stick, please. Thank you very much. And then, where should we go now? I think I'll go over here now. On there. And whoops. One. If you weren't too keen on using glue, by all means, use your glue dots. Glue dots will work just as well as anything for this. Just poke that, get under there, that's it. Oh, I like that. And then let's have, oh, we've got over a bit. It's just asking for a bit of greenery up here, isn't it? That go under there. Oh, just about. I'll put this one under there as well. I think if it'll go. Is it gonna go? Is it gonna go? Oh, I don't think it's gonna go. Maybe. Oh yes, look, just about. See what I mean? If you don't put the glue right to the very edge, you can tuck things in and out and around. Now I've got one more left. It's got to go over there, isn't it? Balance out that side a bit. Just there. I think. And a bit, move a bit, in a bit, out a bit, about there. There we go. There. Yes, I like that. Now, while that's drying, I've got a black marker pen, because I've done black sentiment in the middle, so I just want to sort of finish off and bring that black into its own. So let's just colour in the centre of these flowers. Now I was going to use what are they called? Oh, I can't remember the name of them. These things. What are these things called? Oh, I can't remember. They've got a name. Accents. That's it. White accents. That's what I was going to use. That was hard work, wasn't it? But the reason I didn't was because I wanted black centres, and I tried colouring these in with black. Didn't really look the way I wanted it to do. However, I am going to show you something else in just a minute when I finish colouring in these. So let me just do this and I will show you what I'm going to do. Right, just to finish off, I'm going to have glue dot. And I need my poker tool. Right, what I want to do is I'm going to use that size or the next size up. No, I'm going to go with the next size up, I think. Or shall I? Oh, decisions. No, I won't. I'm going to go with the smaller one. I am going to get a glue dot and stick it in the centre of my flower. Whoops. Well, I would do, but that one's not dry yet. I'll try again. Hang on a minute. Just get off. Chuck over there. There we go. Right. Shall I have another try? As I was saying, I'm going to put that in the middle of the flower. Oh, that one's not sticking either. It's because it's all stuck on my finger instead. Right, let's try a different way. Let's try it the way I was going to go in the first place. Get one of your perfect accents. Just carefully peel that backing off, like that. Stick it onto a glue dot, preferably waiting for your black to dry, otherwise it won't work. Just saying. Peel it off. And then just stick it in the middle. And that, I think you can probably see that. It's just giving you a nice glossy finish, but I'm not going to do it on all of them. I'm only going to do it on these bigger ones. Well, they're like the medium-sized ones, aren't they? Oh, let's get that one off. And just to bring that in together, because obviously if there's only one glossy bit there and nowhere else, that could look a little bit bizarre, couldn't it? So to bring it in with the rest of the card, it's not going to stick this time. That's better. Oh, I need some more. Hang on, let me just whiz across the room, get some more out of my little box of tricks. Whizzing back across the room again. Now I have one out of my little box of tricks. Where are we? Here we go. So I want one more. It's very fiddly. You got to concentrate. There we go. No. Yes. No. Yes. No. Nearly. No. Yeah. Yay! Ta-da! There it goes. There. If you sort of slide it across when you put it onto the glue dot, you can actually make sure that the whole of the glue dot is sitting behind your glossy bit. Otherwise you find you'll end up with a little bit of glue poking out where you don't want it. There we go. Now I'm just going to get just a couple more. I'm going to do, what should we go for? I'm going to have 1, 2 big ones. and whoops, get off, 2 medium ones, I think. There's one, there's another one. They come off of these bigger ones so much easier. Now you could actually put these on any colour and have that colour nice and glossy through the other side. All you need to do is just peel that backing off, and it gives you instant colour coded dots. It's brilliant. There we go. Right, so I'm going to put 1 medium, 1 large, and 1 medium, and 1 large. There we are, just to finish it off. Right, now all we need to do, now it's probably dried off a little bit more now, hasn't it? Just need to trim off these edges. So just flip your card up the other way, grab yourself a pair of sharp scissors. Mind you don't cut your card, obviously, because that would be a bit of a disaster. But get yourself some sharp scissors and just snip those edges. Whoops, my hands are very shaky today. Everything's taken me 10 times longer than usual to do, and I'm making a big mess while I'm doing it. Not that that's any different, mind, but it just means that I have to be extra concentrated when I'm cutting. Whoops, get off of there. Looks like I need to cut one of those dots in half. I might need to trim that off in a minute, actually. That's the point. If you're going to put the shiny dots on as well, like I just showed you, just make sure that the centre of your flower doesn't overhang the edge of your card, or, as I'm just finding out, you'll be cutting through your flowers as you cut your edges off. Right, I'll move that over there. Let's get rid of that, tidy that up a little bit. If you've got a big guillotine, you could even just cut this on the guillotine. I'm just being a bit lazy because I'm on camera. But ordinarily, I would have cut that on the guillotine. But there you are. There you have your card, nicely finished off with nice straight edges and your glossy accents. Well, they're not glossy accents. Yeah, I suppose they are glossy accents, but not glossy accents in the way that we used to have the bottle of glossy accents. These are just shiny embellishments. That's what we'll call them. Shiny embellishments. There's your shiny embellishments on your card, and your little drip drop bits as well, and one completed birthday card. I hope you like that. I hope you enjoyed making that with me. Everything I used to make this card you will find on my blog and underneath this video. So if you just scroll down under the video, click on more, and you'll see a link to everything that I used to make this card. It will all link you, so just click on the link and it will take you straight to my shop. Add it to your basket and you're good to go. All right, if there's anything else that you need, anything you're not sure about, by all means just ask and I will help as best I can. But in the meantime, I will see you again in the week with some more cards that I've made, or boxes, or whatever else I come up with during the week. And next Saturday, join me again for another video. But until then, have a nice weekend and I will see you again very soon.